Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. Today on Radeon, it's going to be Rush and Light. In an incredible TVT sent to me by RJB, bottom right, it is our red Terran player. It is Rush. On the bottom left, it is Light, two of the best Terran players of all time. And two of the best Terran players today. I expect them to do well in ASL 19. Light is under a name that says Zerg Practice GGL. I don't know. I think he's making fun of the fact that Zerg is kind of overpowered right now, but man, Sulky is on a heater, which makes people feel like Zerg is overpowered, right? So again, a Bourgeois can have that effect, but that wasn't a ZVZ finals, right? It, like, Hero got kicked out. We got, who else got kicked out? Queen knocked out of SSL number 1. That's been rebranded to ASL 19 for now. So yeah, I don't think there's any weight to that argument, but I understand where it is coming from. So a TVT here on Radeon. This is not your father's TVT. It is not involving tank lines that stare at each other for 20 minutes and nothing else goes on. There are drops. That is what changed. Dropping past tank lines, dropping in your main base, counter dropping to help control the drop that showed up in your main base. It is exciting, it is fast-paced, and I will not hear any slander about TVT on my channel. Alright, do we understand each other? Yes, indeed, we do. Both players not proxying, just barracks inside their main base, just, you know, walling off a little bit, at least, in case an SCV shows up. But hey, Rush is not walling off, so Steve the SCV scouting out the right direction. Guessed correctly. Ding, 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 ding. Tell him what he's won, Johnny. Johnny says he has won a 2-night stay at the incredible Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's only about 3 billion light years away from the Capurlu sector, but you'll be there, and maybe you'll even be alive when that happens. Well done, Steve the SCV. Cool stuff. And actually guessing the right way, too, here is Rush. Nicely done. Coolest of all cool stuff. Expanding. Bam. Light. Quick expand. We've got gas, however. Rush has gas. So he's going to go factory before the expansion. And there it is. So we're going to get some factory shenanigans here. How do we deal with the vultures if the only army unit that we have are Marines? Well, let's see. A bunker. A bunker would help with that immensely. Let's see if he gets one of those up. He knows the timing for a bunker off a one-base factory play. Does he have any scouting off yet here? One Marine can deal with one Marine. That's all there is out now here. We're not making a lot of Marines. He just wants to get the expansion down for the economy. But can he deal with the early aggression that's going to show up here from Rush? Because this factory is just about done. Just about done. Scouting with the barracks to see what's going on. To recognize that, hey, there is an expansion coming in. I don't think he saw that. Pretty sure the Marine and the SCV kept the scouting worker away. He was over there, though. He might have picked it out. It's tough. It's tough to know. Anyway, guess what? A Vulture's coming in. It takes a lot less time to build a Vulture than it does to build a factory. So Vulture is ready to rock. SCV scouts that. Sees the blinking factory and says, okay, bunker was a good idea. Great call. Let's get some dudes in there. Let's block off access to this run-by path. If he wants to come in, he can go this way if he wants, but he's going to take a lot of extra damage going around. And I guess maybe another supply depot here might not be too bad. Just for blocking purposes. The Vulture goes out this way. I guess he's hunting for an SCV that's out on the map, because it's going to be hard for him to get damage down this way. Okay, now, I called it an Overlord, huh? Called it an Overlord because it's acting like an Overlord. It's moving very slowly. Actually, I think floating buildings are faster than Overlords, hilariously. I guess they've got rockets on them or something. In StarCraft 2, they managed to animate, you know, actual rockets that propel the building as it's flying around. They wanted to close that gap in the lore. Factory. This is not looking good from Rush, dude. You went for a factory before expand build, and holy Hannah, 2 ports? I was going to say it's not looking good for you, but if you open up 2-port Wraith, this might actually be kind of incredible. This could be amazing. Let's see how Light does in making stuff that shoots up here. Is he going to make Goliaths? I don't know. I feel like early stages of TVT traditionally are very much Vultures and Siege Tanks. This barracks, I think, might might make it out of here without being actively burning down. No, it's going to be burning down. It's going to get into the red by the time it gets out, but it will survive if an SCV wanders over there to help it out. No, actually, no. Whoa, that's right on the line. How much of that is red? Oh, wow. I mean, I'm assuming Light has practiced this before. He's like, oh, let's see. What scouting path can I use with a barracks to get out of there with 3 Marines shooting at it, and it doesn't actually get into burning? And he figured it out, and he did it, because he's a genius. Rush is. So we got Wraiths. The anti-air, like I was wondering about earlier, is exactly 4 Marines in a bunker that's not really in a position to cover the mineral line. Because who makes Wraiths at 5 minutes? That's right, Rush totally does. He's even getting cloak. Dude, the scan. The comsat would be good, but I don't think there's an academy. Academy's on the way. He knows about the threat that this potentially could be. He doesn't have any information. He is covering his bases and kind of getting lucky with this. So ready to rock. Wraiths show up, and surprise, there's Wraiths in your base at 6 minutes. Trying to use them like mutas, right? Trying to kite a little bit here, trying to mute a stack. Come in there, take down a Marine. Oh, there's the cloak. And Comsat's not done yet because the Academy was not quite early enough for Comsat to be done yet. The armory getting delayed is huge because he can't build any Goliaths. Dude, you're going to have to be... Is he making Marines? He can't build turrets here either. This is getting all sorts of problematic. Armory must finish. Armory, look at these SCVs coming across to finish this armory. Holy crap. But they are dying quickly, folks. Don't hit the armory, hit the SCVs. And no, it doesn't finish. Oh no. Okay, it finished. It's like 7 SCVs died for that thing to finish. Goliaths in production? Oh, actually a Valkyrie is what he's building. Light's making a Valk instead of a Goliath with that armory, which, sure, fair enough, both things. Both things are good against, you know, the flying stuff. He's got his own Cloaked Wraith out, too. Oh, was he planning on Cloaked Wraithing versus the Cloaked Wraithing? Were they both doing that? That's adorable. Well, 2 Wraiths died there because of Comsat existing for one player, not the other. Light had Comsat and Rush did not. Rush was like, uh-oh, now how the tables have turned. Suddenly, Cloaked Wraiths exist. We don't have Engineering Bay. We don't have turrets. We don't have Comsats. Where are the Wraiths? Where are the Wraiths are at? Is he keeping them back home? He only made the 1? Is that what it is? No, you don't make Cloak and build 1 single Wraith, do you? Is it dead? Did Rush's Wraiths kill that thing? I thought for sure. I don't know. It could have run out of energy. I guess that's what happened. Okay. Caster blindness is no joke, Jim. It affects millions of people every year, but I don't see a Wraith anywhere. Something's giving vision up here. Is it just the starport here? I don't know. All right. Well, that was exciting. Both players going Cloak Wraiths on the opening, and then both players pretty much abandoning it immediately. Although Rush does still have a couple of Wraiths running around. I mean, 4 kills on one and 5 kills on the other one is no joke. That is some impressive stuff. Cloaks in. I think these guys are here for scouting and maybe a little bit of harassing. They're like, can we get the SCV building this third? We can, but also we're going to lose a Wraith. They got him. And we did not lose a Wraith. Very close, though. The delay on the third base is awesome for Rush. He can probably try to expand himself now because he's behind on that base. See what I tell you? It's janky. TVT is janky, although here we have the siege tanks. Wow, Rush decides he's going to walk into this tank line with unsieged tanks and Goliaths and try to shut it down. I admire the courage. I don't think it's going to work, but I kind of love it from him anyway. Dude, that SCV got a kill? No. Actually, it worked amazingly. Holy crap, did it work. All right, never mind. Rush, you're a genius. You're way better at this game than I am. And he's coming across the map with tanks and Goliaths. The tank count just got reduced to 2. For Light, can't be happy about that one. Does he not have siege mode yet? Is that why he's not sieging his tank? Okay, he does have siege mode yet. Can we get this barracks into the burning? Where is the burning? 3... Yeah, like 320 is the burning. So, I mean, this guy's at 390. It's very close to burning. This one is. Rush knows how to get a barracks into burning. And obviously, I mean, Light does too, but anyway. Ah, Vulture sneak and kill the SCV at the third base, but it does complete construction. Anyway, third CC on the way from Rush. And it's a little bit later, but I don't know. I kind of like his opening game here. I liked killing all those SCVs. He's up 6 workers at this stage of the game, which makes sense to me. Light does have a window to make 3 SCVs at a time for a minute and catch up, because you can only make 2 SCVs at a time with 2 command centers. Now for Rush. This is some crazy stuff, dude. TVT is fun. Tell your friends that are like, ah, Falcon uploaded a TVT. That sucks. Nah, man. TVTs are fun now. Ever since, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, they've turned into a very, very fun thing. With the drops, with cloaked wraiths at 6 minutes. Come on. How do you say no to that? In fairness, maybe RGB is just sending me the ones that are fun. And we do still have TVTs that are tank lines for 20 minutes and nobody does anything. And they go, go to buy a sandwich down at the corner shop and they come back and the game's still running because nothing happened. Yeah, maybe that's happening. SCV comes over trying to expand. Spider Mine! Say try again, sucker. Alright. Scan, kill. Ooh, he's getting credit for kills, but killing Spider Mines isn't exactly like the greatest achievement of all time. But hey, an SCV getting a kill is fine. Ooh, this contained by Rush is kind of intense though. Yeah, tanks here. Spider Mines all over here. Vultures covering the north side. While a 4th base is coming up. And I'm not sure that Light can get a 4th from this position. He's down 139 to 112 supply. Still a 7-worker advantage in a mirror matchup for Rush. This is awesome. This is some good TVT. So at this stage, I say Rush is definitely feeling fine. Light trying to take this base is a little bit dicey because it's one tiny drop away from where Rush is. He's trying to absorb some tank shots on the Vultures so that his tanks can get in range to actually get some tank shots too on the other tanks. How many times am I going to say tank in this match? The answer is about 27 more times, I think. That's the over-under. About 27. Karen boost on the way from Light. Hey, what I tell you about drops. Dropship on the way from Light as well in that production tab. Repaired the barracks up, so it's not actively burning down, which is nice. But look at this base. It exists. Look at that gas. It's also existing. Yeah, I don't know. Light's in trouble. I guess Light expanding here is going to help him keep up an economy, but I really feel like it's incredibly vulnerable. And that's why there's a missile turret coming up, because it's vulnerable. Ooh, tried to push on Light's tank line. Rush did kind of made a mistake there, I would say. So, yeah, this is where he's going to need to start making his own dropships. He's got a control tower. He can make them. Just choosing not to right now. Any upgrades? Nope. 0-0 upgrades. +1 here from Light on his mech. I don't think it helps you kill tanks in an extra siege tank shot, but hey. Upgrades are good. He's working on +2. Rush is working on his +1. He's just behind on the whole thing. And I'm curious to see if this thing gets scouted. Because if it gets scouted, I think we'd see some dropships in production for Rush. But he's not doing that. Okay, seriously. The scans are... he might have scanned this already. There's been a million scans. I kind of want to keep it on his vision for a second. Just to see if... Okay, he's making his own dropships now. Okay, good. I want to see if he scans this position. It looks like he... No. Nah. Another expansion up the top of the right side here by Rush. He's trying to stay ahead economically. Tank line splitting the map in half, and Rush is trying to get a better economy than Light is for obvious reasons in a mirror matchup. He busts in here. Wow, so 2 things if you break this is you break the tank line and the 6th base, or 6 o'clock base dies. Whew. For Light, and I don't know if he's going to hold it. Reinforcements are cruising on in here, but not a lot of them. Couple of tanks show up. Unsieged siege tanks, upgraded advantage, yes. Hold on a second. Aw, barracks getting sniped out is annoying. You got to rebuild that thing to make a factory. Never a good time. Never a good time at all. So he saved it, right? This high ground siege tank did some work. 2 kills on it, 4 kills on this one. So couldn't quite break it. That's A-okay. Science facility, yes, and this is where I guess maybe he officially knows this is here. I feel like he already knew. But anyway, it's gonna be drops. Traditional engagements like that are not how this is won, because look, this is how the West was won, with drop chips. Into the top right base of Rush's, where he doesn't have literally anything in the general vicinity to save it. You can park tanks up here and threaten this base, and threaten this base, and threaten this base. Radeon is a good TVT map for that. Tank positioning, excellent. Here, SCV's dead. Worker advantage for Rush is still, 8. But a bunch of SCVs died, and these guys are not providing any value, so might as well be a 13 worker advantage now for Light, because he dropped. Hey, simple. Easy. Didn't look that hard, did it? Counter drop to dislodge the enemy drop that showed up in your base in a drop. So he does manage to clear it out, but the command center gets wiped out by these Goliaths with +2 attack. Heck yeah. They get massive boosts when they get an upgrade to +2. And look at the Goliaths fighting, man. They're like, we can fight stuff. We have good DPS. Don't underestimate us, but then they do die. So it's 173 to 142 supply. Rush is crazy up. Do we think maybe killing that command center was not worth it for Light? He did lose a bunch of tanks and Goliaths for it. Counter dropping would be nice. Like a drop from Rush. I just would like to see a drop from Rush. Maybe this is not viable. Maybe there are 4, 5, 6 turrets at the 6 o'clock base and 2 tanks sitting at it too. Maybe that's not the way to do this thing. You'll lose too much. But expanding to the low ground is Rush. You probably started that when the top right was under attack. Thinking ahead, man, is Rush. Looked good in SSL 1. And I expect, again, big things from him in ASL 19, which should be happening. Qualification started by the time I'm casting this. So a week later when this thing posts, should be well underway. Rush does have his Light drop. And that's a canceled command center. Should be a canceled command center. Let's see if he cancels it. 400. Yes, he does cancel it. Bam. Rockets up to 700 minerals there and gets the tank position that I was talking about earlier. Radeon, such nice high ground tank positions. Oh boy. Light is now in an immense amount of trouble. This base is rocking. This base is getting replanted here from Rush. He's got the money for it. Is he bringing more stuff or is he relocating the stuff? He leaves 1 tank behind. Couple SCVs there too. He's gonna maybe try to drop this base. Dude, dropping on top of this before the turrets come up would be nice. He's gonna try it. He's gonna try to get on top of this before the turrets come up. He's like, oh wait, hang on, there are no Goliaths down there? Ah, he had it. I guess unloading there with the spider mines would have just, everybody would have died. Also, I guess he saw reinforcement dropships coming in too and said, I don't know what's in those dropships, but let's go home. We're denying these 2 bases with 2 vultures and 3 siege tanks, and that's good enough for now. Definitely good enough for now. Maxed out Rush. Starting to develop a bank here. 69 SCVs is a great number, and it's nice for a worker count. This tank line, in fairness, has been here for a while, but like I said, other stuff is happening. It's not tank line, and then we stare at it for 20 minutes. It's tank line. Okay, great. That's established. Now we drop each other to death. That's what TVT is. I like it very much. And eventually, sure, we might see battle cruisers. We might see wraiths in a game like this. But economically, as that top right does get replanted, it's looking like Rush is just in a fine economic position. Denying this top left corner is everything for him. Don't know what this Vulture's really trying to do other than scout, but you have enough comm sats. I'm not sure that's needed. Drop into the 3rd, and maybe juking into the main instead. Light putting all of his eggs in the basket. Into this drop, into the... Oh, the production is sitting here. This can really take your Terran opponent out of it if their factories all die. You can't lift either because the number of Goliaths that are in this position. This is tough. Rush is responding. He's being very careful about it. Very cautious. Brings some tanks in. Unloads on the front lines. Tries to bust it out. I'm not sure if a tank of Light has died yet. This is not a great removal of drop. Oh my gosh, that was bad. Dude, Rush, no. Rush was in a great position, and then this one drop in the main base. Look at this. Sneaking up this right side. Holy crap, he's getting into the holy triumvirate of 3 bases that Rush has been relying on so heavily. He tries to come down and deal with this. 6 kills and 9 kills on these tanks. He finally gets a tank within minimum attack range of these tanks, but dude, and look, Light really putting together a plan right now, forcing the liftoff of the command center in the top right. Natural spawn, or third spawn, natural base, and the spawn on the top right is also dead. I'm flabbergasted at Light taking a position that looked untenable, and through one drop, distracting Rush, swinging across the top side and going into the holy triumvirate of command centers that was giving Rush his massive economic advantage. It's gone now. It's going, it is beyond gone. It's 30 workers remaining for Rush. He's trying to counterattack and jump on this. Great, you're gonna kill these tanks, but there's like 10 more back here. Upgrade advantage 2-1 here for Light. Is that actually an upgrade advantage? And it is not. It's the same upgrades, but it's too many tanks in that situation. Yeah, man, this is incredible. I like that Light's not even trying to take these bases. He's like, if I just take out all 3 of these, then I have the economic advantage. I have the worker count lead. I have the base count lead. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. I think that's it. I think Rush is dead. He's got a big army. Considering he's got 30 SCVs remaining, I think all he can do is maybe get rid of this, but he can't retake the top right base anytime soon, which he needs to do. Beautiful drop, though. Yeah, it's the majority of his army. That should be able to clean that out. Well executed. Great job. A lot of his tanks still covering this bottom path across the map here, but dead, and what did I say about these corners? Dead. Deader than a doornail. And Light decides, yeah, we'll break the tank line too. Why not? We're up a 173 to 135 supply. We're just going to walk into your tanks with Goliaths. Take them out. Easy. Look at how much damage. Look at this. Incredible stuff. Bam. Done. Tank's got a kill. Rush. Counters. Into the natural base. What did I say about these drops? You like drops. You like modern TVT, man. Sieging up. Ooh, big hit. Was that just enemy siege tanks? I think it was. GG. Rush taps out. I think he brought 8 tanks to this party, 8 or 9 tanks to this party, and then these tanks went, and 4 of them died. And okay, you're responding to this quite well, I can see. So yeah, never getting these back, and the counter drop not working out, and these guys ready to push across the map and kill him at any time, and bam, Light, you madman. I cannot believe he pulled that out. I cannot believe he pulled that off. That was amazing. Just such a decisive move, too. I love it. He gets these bases denied and goes, all right, let me collect myself for a minute. We're going to load up. We're going to go do a drop on the top side. Then we're going to push. We're going to push across the top side here, deny that. And then we're just going to keep him busy with drops and counter drops and continue to deny these 3 bases, and then watch out for a counter drop, handle it, and then we're going to win. Light is amazing. He's been around for so long, and he is such a boss. That was fantastic. What a great game. Just great map awareness, great decision-making, great tactics happening on both sides, and that is a GG. Hooah! End of the day, 141,000 points, 153,000 points in favor of Light. Got outproduced, but he outkilled by a giant margin. Structures raised, also a giant margin by Light. And then end of the day and outspend just by a couple thousand resources, but in a TVT in any mirror matchup, that's going to be enough. Good enough, I say. So that's a GG. That's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War in 2025. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.